Good morning, my powerful MVP family. Good morning, top of the morning to you. And if it's night where you are, I hope that you'll have a grand night's rest. Today I'm here with another video. And today I just want to talk about the young man in Florida who shot his stepfather, killed him right in front of his wife, in front of his mother. So far, as the report goes, the mother confirmed that the young man, 27 years old, the stepfather, 57 years old. What could have happened? What could have happened that after 20 years this man was married to his mother? So you look at 20 years, he's 27. So from he was 7 years old, this man has been in his life. And he grew up to be 27. What happened? What happened on that Saturday morning for him to pull a gun and kill his stepfather? We don't know yet. We don't know the details. The police are just looking for him because when he shot at the father, he took off in his mother's car. He got some ways and he crashed the car. And after he crashed it, he took off on foot. Well, if he took off on foot, they've been searching for him. I didn't see anything where they said they found him as yet, but they put out a $10,000 reward for him, for anybody who sees him. If he crashed in the area that he actually grew up in, then maybe somebody is hiding this young man. And we know what happens when we do these things, when we harbor fugitives, that we also get punished for it. It touched my heart deeply because as a woman who had a step-parent in my space, the difference is when he came, my kids were grown. When I left my first husband, I was done, and I've raised my kids. I was pregnant with my son, but I had him, and I've raised my 3 children. And when my son was stepping out to college, that's when my grandmother passed, and I went home. I came home. Well, I'm home now. I came home to help with everything, to make sure she had a nice burial. And it was then that that my cousin brought this person, a classmate way back when, but I was way ahead. You know, we were not in the same class because I skipped grades. I skipped grade 5. I skipped 7th and 8th grade, so I was way ahead. And my cousin came and brought him and says, here she is. And I left. I took a number and I said, I didn't have time now to talk because I'm busy doing this. And he gave me the number and I went home. And after a while, I called and, you know, we started talking. But wasn't a stranger. Knew his family well, knew him. But as I said, I was way ahead in school. And I came down and I married him. But we had conversations. When I filed for him and you know, he came to the house, it wasn't just he comes to the house and it's whatever. I made sure, I said, understand, I have these children. They're grown-ups. They're grown-ups. And so as you come into our space, understand that you give them respect and they must give you respect. When they met him first, there was that automatic respect, because my children knew that's what they needed to do. You don't ever disrespect an adult. And I told him, as I work hard. I was a teacher already when he came in. And so we still had the communication. I didn't want anybody who was going to walk in my house and the kids are watching the TV and they turn it off without even having a conversation. You got to use the words in your mouth to be respectful, and you show respect, you get respect. Day one, the kids came down, they met him, they were respectful. And so as he came into the family, I laid it out to him. My children are important to me, and so please understand that I have to be there for them. So, can't give him any bad words. 18 years. Can't ever said he was disrespectful to one of them one time. Can't say they have been disrespectful to him one time. You know, it has really been a blessing. But as I said, whatever we do in life, when you pray to God about things, just let him guide you. Don't sit there and God is leading you this way and you want to go the other way. A lot of time, my husband is a welder, was a welder. He still is a welder, right? A lot of people, we don't want certain things. We're looking for some things that are not going to be working out for us. Step parents can be totally awesome if the person who the child belongs to help to guide. Sometimes step parents come into play, and the mother figure, if it's the mother bringing in the children and a man coming in to support, they don't want the man to discipline. They don't want the man to say anything to the kids. And so the kids feed off these things and they become so disrespectful. Sometimes the women are disrespectful themselves and the kids just feed off that. So sometimes you have situations where, you know, the man is the one who bring the children in. He has a new wife, and the children's mother is bitter. And so they inveigle and they encourage the children to be so rude and so disrespectful. Oh, he's not your father, he can't say nothing to you. Oh, is she not your mother? Don't listen to her. Me your mother, me the only one you're going to listen to. And they will cuss the woman who is cooking for the kids and cleaning for them and making sure that they're okay. They will be so devious. And yet they want the person. They're not thankful. They're not encouraging the children to walk in the way God would have wanted them to walk. They don't encourage that. They encourage a bitter fight. The bitter fight. And so the children feed into it. And then a lot of times the end result is never good. So I'm just saying to us, sisters, to those who have become step parents, just understand that it's a tough job. It's hard to love children who are not yours. But you go in anyway, you do your best, and my hat's off to you. And so for those who are dependent on a step parent to help raise your child, be careful of the things you say around them. Be careful of the things you do. Because the children, they are like sponges. They mop it up. They just sup it up. And they behave that way. A lot of times these children, they feel like they're grown. And they feel like whatever they are enjoying, a nice home, whatever it is, they never look to see that both parents work hard to have what they have. They always think it's their personal parent, their biological parent. Everything is theirs. And so they start putting into motion things against the step parent, as if what you work for is nothing, you have nothing to get, you need to, And so, again, when the biological parent doesn't step in and say, not in here, we're not going to have this. The kids feel like it's okay. So whatever happened that morning, I don't know yet. When I find out, I'll come back and give an update. But that 27-year-old young man, for him to pick up a gun and shot his stepfather and killed him right there in front of his mother, something has to be very, very wrong. Something has to be very wrong. We have to teach our children well. We as adults have to know that we have to learn to teach our children how to communicate. We have to, when we talk to our kids, it's not bullying talking, but we're having conversations with the kid. We're not talking at the kid. We're not putting them down. We're not belittling them. But we're encouraging them, we're empowering them to do well. How are things going? I need a car. Okay, get a job, and when you have something saved up, come back to me and I will try to see what I can do. Don't sit there and you want a car and you have money. You have money, where you go get it from? Me have for me, you go, and so it discourages. So when you get up, go to work, and them lay up in a bed, it's like, it's better if I supported him, so he could have gotten up when I'm getting up. So we're getting out together and we're all going to work. We have to encourage those kinds of behaviors. Okay, it's easy for kids to just lay around and sleep, Very easy. They're not ashamed. They don't care. But if we want that success, we have to help them and pray about it and hope and love and encourage and just keep your fingers crossed that they will listen and they will follow through and they will want to be successful as much or better than you have been. The killings are too much. Too much. Nobody's spending time to talk to each other anymore. Nobody wants to hear it anymore. People are just too much puffing up. And it's hard. And as I said, everybody's not going to get along, but you don't have to kill people. You can go along your business and live your life and do what you have to do without hurting people. If it comes to a point where disagreements are setting in, just separate in peace. Just separate in peace. There was a time they used to have this thing, what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? All these things that are going on, it's going on because there's no Christ in the homes. There is no love in the homes anymore. There is no love in relationships. It's all about material things. What I can get. And there's no love. There's no respect. And so if these are the ways we're looking at things, and it's just about what we have, and if I never me, you wouldn't have, and all those kind of behaviors only breeds that negative and creates more anger. And anger, what it does, begets anger. Anger begets anger. A soft answer turneth away the wrath, but grievous words, they create more anger. And then everybody wants to be more angry. Everybody wants to be the angriest of them. And then we start making threats, and then other people take it personal, and instead of they do things. So I'm hoping that soon we'll find out. The police are are looking. So he has to be somewhere because they cordon off a whole area there, and the helicopter looking, and they couldn't find him. So 10,000 reward is out there for this young man, 27 years old, a Jamaican. His stepdad a Jamaican. They're a Jamaican family. And so here comes another one where a stepchild took the life of his stepfather. 20 years he was married to his wife, the boy's mother. So 20 years he has been in this young man's life. So what happened? That's the question. Make it a great day by choice. Thanks for all the support, my people. Thank you so much. And just onward and upwards always. And be good.